Good evening, folks. Welcome to the school committee reorganization meeting of April 13th, 2015. The first order of the business is organizing the committee based upon the, because of the election. I'd like to turn Mr. Phelps had asked that he would have the first nomination.
And I would like to nominate Dan Biggins to be chairman of the school committee.
Second.
Second, yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I'd like to nominate Mark Norris as the vice chairman of the committee.
I'll second that.
I'd like to nominate Tom Mills as the secretary of the committee.
Second.
I'd like to-
We got to vote on each one.
Each one, vote.
All those in favor?
Vote. You have to vote on Mark, too.
I'm sorry, we'll vote on.
I'll keep you.
I know, you are.
A little bit. All right, Mark Norris, we'll nominate Mark Norris as the vice chairman. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Tom Mills is the secretary. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, for the North River Collaborative Board of Directors, I'd like to nominate Dick Phelps to take on that.
Second.
All those in
Ladies and gentlemen,
favor?
excuse me, we have two people without microphones on, Mr. Phelps, Mr. Biggins.
Yeah, the two.
No, I just got elected.
Six leave.
Sorry.
We also have sick leave committee. You can nominate Mr. Mills and Mr. Phelps.
I would like to, most of those meetings are during the day.
Most of them are at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and I won't be able to make that, so I need to, break
That
out
can
of
be
that.
available at 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm available.
Okay, I'll nominate Mr. Phelps.
No, I'm already on there.
Okay.
So give me a little rundown of what they do.
Sure, we have a committee that comes in, it's usually two school committee members, and we have the union rep for the particular group, and myself, two union reps. And we discuss the situation, why the person wants sick leave, and it's discussed and voted.
How often are we talking about?
I've done probably 4 this year.
I'll do it then, because I mean, at 7:30 in the morning, I'm around.
Yeah, I'm in Boston.
You're on your way to Boston.
I'm already in Boston.
So I would make a motion to nominate myself and Mr. Phelps as the sick leave.
Okay, second.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. For the Wellness Committee, we'll stay the same with Mr. Phelps. I'd like to nominate Mr. Phelps for the Wellness Committee.
Yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
The Alcohol and Drug Violation Subcommittee Group, we'll keep that the same, and I'll nominate myself and Mr. Norris to
Second.
be a member of that.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right. Mr. Phelps is Athletic Director Liaison, nominate him.
Okay. Mr. Phelps is the Athletic Director Liaison. Do we have a second on that?
Second.
Okay. The Fiscal Policy Committee, I'd like to nominate myself to remain this, to replace Mr. Phelps on that.
I'll nominate you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. And this is, on the next one, the
next one.
Miss Henderson for the WRPS, and I could do that one.
You want to do it?
Sure. You nominate me.
Yeah,
Second.
Tom Mills nominated.
And what are we talking about?
The
The
RPS.
RPS.
Representative.
So it's going to be Mrs.,
Liz
there's going to be Liz and Tom?
Yep.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Okay.
Vote.
Vote. Everyone in favor?
All in favor? Mr. Biggins, early graduation?
I'll-
What is it?
I'll nominate Mr. Biggins for early
Okay, I second that.
graduation.
All in favor?
Okay.
Okay.
You can nominate, I'll take Cable Advisory.
Cable Advisory Committee,
Nominate Mr. Mills.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Budget
What's up,
Subcommittee Chairman,
You want to stay there, Mr.?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's just
I can do that, too.
Whatever you want.
You want to do it?
I don't care. I mean, I just stay there as the vice chairman. I just,
I'll nominate.
Okay, yeah,
I'll
that's fine,
nominate,
yeah.
Mark.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. For the Energy Subcommittee?
Sure.
nominate Mrs. Anderson
Yeah,
and
stay
Mr.
on.
Mills.
Yeah,
Okay.
second.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay. We're going
Table
to
these
suggest that we table O and P, which is the Teachers Collective Bargaining and the Secretaries Collective Bargaining Committee. Motion to table?
Motion to table. Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay. For Q, we'll have Custodians Collective Bargaining Committee.
Mr. Biggins and Mr. Norris.
We have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye, okay. Cafeteria Personnel Collective Bargaining Subcommittee.
So
Mr.
nominate
Phelps.
Mr. Phelps and Mr. Biggins.
Okay.
We have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
The
And,
AIDS Collective Bargaining Subcommittee.
Miss Henderson and Mr. Mills.
Second.
All those in favor?
Right.
All right.
We
Okay.
have T.
And T, we have the Daycare Committee.
Right. Mr. Phelps and Mr. Mills.
So we have to add one?
Yes.
There you go.
So T will,
T will be daycare.
T is now going to be daycare?
Correct.
Yeah, Mr. Phelps and Mr. Mills.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
And
And
Mr.
on-
Robert's Rules of Vote, I'm making a motion that we use Robert's Rules.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will correct the list to replace aides with paraprofessional, as is in the current
Okay.
parlance.
Very good. And we will add, and we'll move T down.
T down and put in the daycare.
Very good.
Okay.
You two gonna switch, or you gonna stay there for the
I
night?
know, we should switch.
Okay. Now we go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, let's get to work.
A new neighbor.
I'd like to introduce everybody tonight to our student representative at tonight's meeting, Kevin Levesque. Kevin, welcome. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit of your involvement here at Rockland High School.
I am a part of NHS. I played football. I was a captain. And I plan on going to college next year, and I'm attending URI.
That's great.
Excellent.
Congratulations. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here. If you have any questions at all throughout the meeting, please feel free to ask.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And I would suggest to the committee that for item 4 on tonight's agenda, our audience, we have the Rockland High School girls and boys varsity basketball teams, and I might suggest that we move that right to the top of tonight's agenda, so
That's
we might be able to
fine.
meet those
The
folks.
minutes read first. Minutes of the meeting.
With the minutes first? Okay.
yeah.
First, then, we'll look to have an acceptance of the, an approval of the meetings of the minutes of March 28th, 2016.
So moved.
And a second for that?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we'll do the audience next.
Mr. Rutz is gonna start?
Very happy this evening to have our two league championship basketball teams here. School committee felt very strongly that you should be honored by them, and that you should be on a televised school committee meeting because of your accomplishments this year, not only on the court, but as representatives of Rockland High School as you've traveled about the South Shore. I'd like to start with the girls' team, and I'd like to invite Diana Mitchell, the coach, up. Come on up, Diana. Are you going to join her, Freddie, or is... Okay, both coaches. And I'd ask Diana to talk about her team a little bit, and then invite her team up and introduce them.
All right. We went 17-3 in the South Shore League. We finished overall at 18-4. We were the South Shore League champs. Individually, we had 4 league all-stars, 4 all-scholastics, and the girls' player of the year for the South Shore League. We went undefeated in the South Shore League along with the boys, and that's the first time that both teams have done that together, so that's a great accomplishment. This year, this is my 4th year as a varsity coach, and the seniors that we have here, we've had 4 years together, and they really come back and have rejuvenated the program, and qualifying for the tournament for their 4 years here, and each year making it a step further, or winning the league, which was our accomplishment, and then doing well in the tournament. So we have a couple of our girls here today. Some of them couldn't make it because of their spring sports, but if you guys would like to come on up, girls. Do you want them to come on?
Yeah. Don't be shy.
Don't take.
Can I have the 2 captains come up? We have Captain Caroline Kilduff, Captain Kira Rose, Natalie Drakeo, Emily Beatrice, Erica Oceandusco, and Danielle O'Brien.
Great job.
Girls, would you guys like to say anything? Kira? Caroline?
Do the 2 senior girls know what they're gonna do next year?
Yeah. I'm going to Curry. I'm going to Curry College to play basketball, and I'm going to major in bio.
Awesome.
I haven't decided yet.
Awesome job. We were all so excited watching you. That was one heck of a run. That last game, I got the pleasure of being at that last game, and I think I said to you, Coach, I said, you didn't lose the game, you just ran out of time.
Yeah.
It came right down to it. It was an unbelievable game. Thought you had it at the end, but man, great job.
We did too. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Guys did a
I
very-
have to say, I enjoy watching the coach just as much as I enjoy watching the kids. It's amazing what you people do, and you don't even know it. You just,
Yeah, I know.
So
We have
excited.
an isolated video on them.
Go look at the sideline. You can see where my
some
hands go.
coaches are a little louder than others, but they
There's a mirror right behind you.
I think the other thing is, and Freddie knows this is my feeling, it's a major accomplishment what you girls did, and I know you lost Archbishop Williams, but remember, you guys played, and all the girls that you play on come from the town of Rockland. We don't pick and choose who's coming to play basketball for us like a lot of these other schools do. And we all know that that's what goes on with some of these, private schools that you guys have to play against, so you guys should be really proud of yourself.
Yeah, and that was, one of the last things that I said to them in the locker room is that coach pretty much goes out and gets to pick who plays for them, and, I would pick any of these girls over anyone else in the area anyways, so.
I was just going to say, even if you had that option, I think that you wouldn't change a thing that you had with this group of girls.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right.
nice
Thank you.
jackets, by the way.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Thank you, girls.
All right,
Great job.
Thank you.
Just to follow up with some of Diana's comments, this year, the boys had a remarkable year. We went 18-2 during the regular season, 13-0 in the South Shore League, and as Diana just alluded to, the first time that both boys and girls have gone undefeated in league play. And that is no small feat, especially when you consider when you make the first time around and you've beaten everybody, you have a big bullseye on your back. Plus being Rockland basketball, both girls and boys, we know we have that bullseye on our back constantly. As I've told the gentleman many times, teams make their season by beating us. No matter how bad their season or how good their season's going, to beat Rockland is, quite a pat on their backs. When I look back at the league play, it's funny, I was at an AAU tournament this weekend, and to me, we had numerous great wins. Obviously, I'll get to some of the highlights real quick and not take up too much of your time, but again, I saw the Randolph kids. They were all on the same AAU team, which the MIA should really look into that. But besides that point, they are mammoth. And once you stand next to them and see what our kids did against that team to basically clinch first place and beat them, especially the second game over there, is a tribute to how hard these kids played this year. Going into the season, we always had pretty high standards for our kids. For the boys program, and I know the girls is very similar, we qualified for the 46th time in 49 years. And I think for all of us here and at home, that's a remarkable accomplishment. We've spoken to numerous people from the Herald and Globe, and they don't know of anyone in the state, Division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to say, that's had a run like that. It's a tribute to the program. It's a tribute to the support from the community. It's a tribute to the kids and how hard they play for us. I really want that out there. So as I said, the South Shore League champions, 13-0 in the league, 19-3. Some of our team accomplishments, we were the #1 seed in Division 3 South. As I said, we qualified for the tournament 46th time in 49 years. We won our holiday Christmas tournament, beating 2 Division I teams in Waltham and Dartmouth. We hosted a home tournament game, and those of you who get to see that Jeremiah Burke game here was a tremendous atmosphere, tremendous game. ATD covered the game and couldn't say enough good things about the facilities and the way the program and the way that the game was run. Undefeated at home. We are a different animal at home for anybody that's seen us. We're a tough team no matter where, but it's a nice thing when you play that way at home. And a tremendous accomplishment for the team. Myself and Graz went to a sportsmanship award dinner that was hosted by the Board of Officials. We had nothing to do with it, and we were selected as the team sportsmanship winner for Southeastern Massachusetts, all divisions. That was a tremendous accomplishment. It was at a nice banquet at the Ale House. And it's nice when you hear referees applaud our kids and how hard they play and how well they play and, how they keep their mouths closed. As the head official said, it's nice to make sure that they have their mouths closed because they know they're going to hear plenty from me once the game gets going. We had numerous final season rankings in the Globe, the Herald, ESPN Boston, etc. We made it to the semifinals. We had a tough loss against Apponequet, but that game probably symbolizes our kids. It was probably our worst game as far as execution. We fell behind by 17 points. And the way how hard these kids played, all of a sudden you look up, we're up by 2 points. We came all the way back. It's one of the things I talked about after, how proud I was of them, because even not playing their best game, the easiest thing would have been to throw in the towel. They came all the way back, and we lost a heartbreaker at the end. Individuals, real quick here, just what Diana said. I had 3 captains. My captains were 2 seniors, Joe Kimball who is late right now because, believe it or not, he got a flat tire coming here. We had to do some transferring of some of the other kids. Stephen Norris and the junior Jakai Marcelin. As far as All-Stars, we had 3 of them. Stephen, Jakai, and Jake were league All-Stars. Stephen was also the Player of the Year, and unanimous choice on that. We had Enterprise All-Scholastics. We had Stephen Norris, Jakai Marcelin, Joe Kimball. We had also 2 very important and very prestigious awards, and that's his Herald All-Scholastic, which is the newspaper picking it. I turn nominations on all the other ones. Stephen was selected by that, and also selected from Mass Hoops All-State team was Stephen Norris. On a personal note, MBCA is the Massachusetts Basketball Coaches Association. I have nominated 2 players, one for Player of the Year. It's Stephen Norris. Stephen did not get Player of the Year, but he did get on the All-State team, which is consisted of 7 kids, 2 from CM, 1 from Brockton, 1 from Newton North, 1 from BC High, and then Stephen. That's quite an accomplishment for Stephen. And then I nominated Joey Kimball for the all-academic team based on his GPA and his academic performances. We're waiting to hear on that still. They haven't made a final decision on that. So, the wins and losses, the league titles were tremendous, obviously. Makes for a great season, but I think you can see from all the recognition how great a group of kids this was. When you come back with only 4 kids from the year before and what these kids did, and if anybody saw the first game against Hanover, where we did not play particularly well, and I thought we might win 3 games. We then proceeded to win 16 games in a row. Again, I couldn't be any prouder of a group of kids. I'll call them up. They don't have their jackets also coming in next week. They are just as pretty and nice as the girls. But I'll call them up. As I said, I have most of them here. You guys, why don't you come on up? Everybody at once, and then I'll introduce you. Fill in. Careful. I know. Okay, so we do have a good number of kids here. We are missing several. 2 were homesick today. Joey is now applying for a job at AAA. We have a couple of kids that's also working, participating in spring sports. But my seniors, in no particular, Mickey Burns, who is not here, Marcus Dennis, another senior who's not here, Andrew Doig, who's on the lacrosse team, Joey Kimball, another senior, Tyler Murphy, senior. Step forward, Mr. Murphy. There he is. Jonathan Nguyen, senior. Stephen Norris, senior. Jared Ochendowsko, senior. Harrison Shields, senior. My juniors, Jay Crawford, Ryan Levitt, Jakai Marcelin, Andrew Starkey, who's not here, homesick, Josh Thompson. And then I had 2 sophomores, Aiden Glennon, and my other sophomore is Zach Shallon, who was homesick as well. So there you have it. I don't know if any of them have anything to say. We always push for public speaking. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. Anybody have anything?
Same
Jakai,
thing. What
will
are the
be a
5
big
seniors?
step for Jakai.
What have all the seniors going to do? And
Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't the seniors come up and say what their plans are for next year?
I know Mr. Oshendowsko was just down laying on the beach for a week, looking at schools. So
Seniors? Steve, you're first. Nice and long.
Would you like to give my name?
Yeah.
All right, my name is Stephen Norris.
Go to the microphone, please.
My name is Stephen Norris, and next year I will be attending Norwich University to major in business management and accounting, and also play basketball and baseball. Only because the baseball team goes to Florida.
Stephen, where'd you get your athletic ability from?
the mailman.
His coach.
Hi there, my name's Tyler Murphy. I'm still looking at college right now. I just want to pick the perfect one. Haven't found it yet, so I hope to start at Massasoit.
Great. Okay.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Nguyen, and I plan on majoring in mechanical engineering at UMass Lowell next year.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Excellent. Nice place. I'll let you ask.
My name is Harrison Shields. I plan on majoring in marketing at Merrimack College next year.
Social activities.
I'm Jared Ochendowsko. I plan on majoring in nursing at either Florida Southern or Worcester State next year.
All right.
Awesome.
Good.
And I think it should be noted that Freddie and Diana were South Shore League Coach of the Year. that they don't want to talk about themselves, but they did a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
And having one on there, he yells and screams. We all know that. I've seen plenty of times nose to nose with kids, but the kids fully respect him, and I know I, for one, will. I'll come watch him coach, but it won't be the same.
Yeah.
So anybody's kids who, I don't want everybody to hear about what he doesn't do, because after that Hanover game, Freddie, you're exactly right. All I thought was, God, can the season get over fast enough?
Yeah.
So.
It's a tribute to these kids, though. It really is. I said in the paper, just to finish up with it, I've been here for 25 years. I've coached a lot of good teams, tremendous teams, and I've seen a lot of great players. I've never been proud of a group of kids for what these kids did.
Just on the sportsmanship award thing, I think that's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I think Rockland kids have earned, and I mean earned, a reputation of being tough kids, hard-working kids, and never going to back down from anything over that 49 years, Freddie. But to have the referees, the officials, the guys that are on the court, seeing what's happening on the court in an unbiased view, pick you gentlemen, that you had the class and that you guys were the best sportsmen that they could pick from is something I think really to be proud of. You'll leave here at Rockland High School someday. Maybe some of you will play organized basketball somewhere or not, but really you're going to go on to be human beings, and that's a pretty impressive award to get, and I, for one, am really proud of you for getting that one. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Just before we finish, I'd just also like to acknowledge the contribution of Gary Graziano, our athletic director, who's here this evening with the teams. And one thing about Gary, if the kids are there, Gary's there. So thank you, Gary, for your contribution.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Gary.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is correspondence. We've got a couple of flyer distribution. We've got the NRC Family Network PAC is presenting Pete the Cat in his Big Groovy Party, Saturday, May 7th from 10:30 to 12 at the Jefferson School. And also the park, which is the play areas for Rockland kids, who is the parents group that is working towards creating the playground at Hearts of Park, also has a flyer about a parents' night out on April 23rd. Funny, I look back at this meeting a year ago, and this was the first time that we brought up this fundraiser. And they've done a lot over the course of the past year, and they're doing a great job, and I know this will be a great event. So do I have a motion for two motions of approval?
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, that's a vote. Coming up, John, Superintendent's report.
Thank you very much. In the town election on Saturday, Bob Corvey was defeated in the election for Highway Superintendent in Rockland. And I'd just like to take a moment to thank Bob Corvey for his service. He's been the only highway superintendent I've known for the last 9 years. He's been a great friend of the schools. He's been tremendously supportive. I've always enjoyed my 4:45 conversations with him on snow days. So I just want to take this moment to say thank you, Bob, for everything you've done in helping me out as superintendent and in supporting Rockland Public Schools, making sure those parking lots are clean and safe when our staff and kids arrive in the morning. This week we have the Art Festival tomorrow evening. It's always a really, really rewarding thing, and I would highly recommend that anyone in town who's interested in art, who's interested in seeing what our students do, come and take a look, because you're going to be blown away. The talent of our kids and the ability of our art teachers to bring that talent out it's just getting better and better every year. So I would extend a special invitation to folks who may not have kids in the school. Come on, show up tomorrow evening and check out the Art Festival. On Thursday, we have the Spellman Oratorical Competition. It's always impressive. This is a competition where our students have to speak on a topic, and it's always very, very impressive. I just want to remind everyone that the committee that our next meeting, the 25th, will be in the lecture hall. We're anticipating a larger than usual crowd. Oh, the Arts Festival's Thursday?
Yeah, it's just the opposite.
Smellman's tomorrow. All right.
I was confused.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was the other way around. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank
I
you.
better know.
All right, I'll go back to that. Arts Festival is Thursday. Spellman Oratorical is tomorrow. I'm sorry for that. any
So it's in
confusion.
the auditorium and the art festivals,
The Arts Festival is in the high school gym.
and Spellman's in the auditorium.
Spellman is in the lecture hall.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I got going a little quickly. And finally, there's an opening on the school committee for the vocational technical school. This is an appointment by the Board of Selectmen. Mr. Chalker, the town administrator, has asked if the school committee would like to make any kind of a recommendation. The rationale is that the voc tech is now in our budget. I think that's not a bad idea. We would have to, obviously, before making a recommendation, meet anyone who's interested. So if the committee would like to do this, I would recommend that we do that at the 25th meeting, because the Board of Selectmen intends to appoint on the 3rd of May.
I would make a motion that we, I guess, advertise to be interviewed for a selection, a recommendation for the socio-vocational technical school committee.
Yeah.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Okay,
Is there any reason why a school committee member can't be on there?
I don't know. I will check on that.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
So if anyone is interested in being on the school committee for the vocational technical school, you need to contact my office at 781-878-3893, or email me at jretchless@rocklandschools.org, and then we will invite you to the 25th meeting.
Excellent.
Thank you.
John, do you plan to meet with Dave Taylor? I think it might be a good idea, like you mentioned, sometimes things just get done and they're not written down, so that with a new person on board.
absolutely.
With all
Yes.
that Bob Corby has
Yeah.
done for the schools, it would be terrible to show up and have one lot not done because Dave didn't know about it or whatever, that type of thing.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, no. We normally meet with all new elected town officials. I would I've already met with Michael Mullen, but if there was another new elected official, I always invite them over to talk about the schools. It's an important piece of communication. We can't assume that anybody elected on the town side knows about the schools.
Right.
We have to outreach.
Very good. Next on the agenda, monthly reports for the month of March. We have reports from administrators, Dr. Cron, Ms. Smith, Mrs. Sheehan. We also have guidance reports from Ms. Shaw, the nurse, Ms. Ryan, and pupil personnel services, Ms. Maniglia. Do I have a motion for approval?
Second, 4 motions.
Okay. All in favor? Okay. For your information, we have the school newsletters for April. All very well done as usual. Also, for your information, we have our building rentals for the month of March. Still very busy, doing great. We hope that keeps going and growing. And under old business, John. Anything under old business?
Nothing on-
Nothing.
no.
Okay.
There's nothing on there that means we don't
All
have
right,
an
great.
item.
Can I bring something up, though? Is that at the last meeting, we talked about the idea for the qualification of people being trained for the NARCAN policy?
Yes, as soon as I have that information, I'll
Okay,
bring it to
all
the
right.
committee, and
Thank
you'll
you.
find it on the
Okay.
agenda.
Yeah, we hope we get that, I'm sure we'll get that before.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next, 2016 school budget public hearing. We need to set a date in April.
I would recommend that the only date that we could have that is at the meeting on the 25th.
Okay.
And
Motion for April
because
25th.
we have to have that public hearing prior to town meeting.
Motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye, aye.
Aye.
What I'll do, Mr. Chairman, is we do not have to have it at the beginning of the meeting. Since I expect that there will be a large crowd there, because that is the daycare decision meeting, that we will put the daycare item at the front of the agenda and set the public hearing and advertise it, say, for 7 o'clock. And we can open the public hearing at any time during the meeting, as long as we advertise that time in our agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Request for approval of graduation procedures, which, as I understand, has not changed dramatically in the last 50 or so years. Any changes
55
this year that
years.
anybody's aware of?
Dick had a change, didn't he? No.
Make a motion.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Just to let folks know that it is Friday, June the 3rd at 7 p.m. in Memorial Stadium under the lights. This, I believe, is our 4th year under the lights. It goes fast. Just a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Guaranteed not to rain.
Hasn't yet.
I
No,
guarantee.
hasn't it? Yeah.
Hasn't yet.
Been
Your
great.
guarantee from your mouth to God's ears.
Well, actually, it
That's where you
rained
got
once.
it. All right.
It's
I don't
rained
know
a
if
little
he's
one
listening.
time, didn't it?
Right,
We've had some beautiful years, beautiful
Yeah,
nights the last few years.
One of the, maybe the second year it rained a little.
at the end,
The end, very end.
at the end.
Okay, request for approval of senior activities. Was there a question on that? Did anybody have a question on senior
No,
activities?
the only thing is, I've heard rumblings that there's a grand march, I know that. But now the juniors can't participate, but the seniors can.
Why don't we invite Dr. Cron up to the pedestal?
Oh, that's going to cause a...
I know.
But he can answer
I
any
promised I would
questions.
mention it.
Here comes
Very
Facebook.
helpful.
Sorry, Doctor.
I will take all of your questions and
But
find
no,
the
there are
answers.
some people that are not happy, as you probably know. And they feel that this is their time to see their children decked out, if you will, and,
Yeah.
as beautiful and as handsome as they are. And there was a time when it was all done at the old Sons of Italy, and there were 2 proms at the time. I know that, all of that,
Right.
but is there harm in having them all participate in the Grand March?
I don't know that they are not participating in the Grand March. I thought we were doing the Grand March as we'd always done
Okay,
it before.
if that's the case, but I heard
Yeah.
rumors that juniors weren't included.
Well, I will find out and email the committee in the morning.
All right, whatever,
But
I'm sure whatever the decision is, it's the proper decision, but I just, you needed to know that everyone out there isn't happy.
Well, I think
Are we talking about the senior prom or the junior prom?
There's
The
only
problem
one
is it's
prom.
one prom
It's
this
one
year.
prom.
So I
It's
think,
one prom.
I think
Okay.
since
Only
you've
one
combined a
prom.
junior-senior prom, Dick's right, you have to have, everybody that comes to the prom has to be in the grand march. Otherwise, you got to start getting the marching police of, wait a minute, hold on, that's 2 juniors, or that's a junior and a sophomore, you guys go stand over there. That's just not going to work.
Have you heard that, Mark? You get your ear to the ground more than I do it.
So the kids asked about it, but I mean, the
All right.
kids aren't happy that it's a combined prom to
How
begin
about
with, so
our
that's...
student
Seniors are
rep?
never happy with
Our
that,
student
yeah.
rep might have an answer for that. What, do you have any,
I think if it's a conjoined prom, then everyone should be able to.
Well, that's, I agree with Kevin.
Okay,
I mean, that's,
all
I
right.
think
I
that's
can't
the way-
imagine why they wouldn't.
okay,
But
I
think
heard
some of
that.
it is a spillover from having a combined prom.
Right.
I had heard that rumor.
But I know when someone asked me if we were having it, I said absolutely, without a doubt, we were having the Grand March.
That's great.
It's just about the coolest thing
It is.
ever.
I agree, I agree.
It's
Do
great.
you want to table this, or you just want to?
I will find the
You'll
answer to
find
your
out, so we have
question
to
right
table
now.
Well, it doesn't say it on the procedure, so it doesn't really matter.
I know, I'd make a
Senior
motion,
Grand March.
we adopt these functions, but.
Oh, I see, what Dick's right, though. It does say on here for your procedures, I think because, so can we amend this?
Yes.
So I would make a motion, we amend the second sentence under the senior prom grand march to seniors and juniors will report to Rockland High School Gymnasium at 5 PM for the grand march.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Now, is there anything else on there? 'Cause I think everything else is fine, right?
Yeah. Motion to accept.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good question, Dick.
Okay, so now we need to look at senior activities.
That was not.
Oh, that's the whole thing.
That was it,
Great,
that
great,
was
all
it,
right, got
yeah.
it, got it. All right, letter D, request for approval of the last day of the 2015 and 16 school year.
Tomorrow.
I think you'd be very popular.
What day is this going to be on?
The 21st of June
The bad,
I'm asking for an amendment to the calendar to make the 21st of June the last day of school for the 2015-16 school year.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, request for approval of the 2016-17 Ease Leap Steps Handbook. This is the first reading.
make a motion to table.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Request for approval of fundraisers.
Some good ones. I like the flip flops.
And we've got quite a few.
They're all good.
They have flip-flop.
Yeah.
The Domino Pizza, gift baskets.
Okay, we've got Rockland High School baseball, Images meat raffle, we got Images bake sale, junior class, lanyards and flip-flops in April. The sophomore
Oh, yeah.
class will be having a Domino's pizza night, and the sophomore class will be having raffle gift baskets. That is a TBD time.
Yeah,
So I'll need
5 motions.
5 motions, and do I have 5 seconds?
5 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, so we have TBDs, we don't know when that was going to
Right,
be?
right.
Okay. Yeah. All right, 5 more, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Last but not least, public service announcements. Liz?
I do not have one.
Tom?
The other thing is, I just want to, thank everybody that showed up for the election, got out there, and, we had a few contested races, and it seemed like that was well done. It seems like Mark and I just ran a couple of weeks ago, and that's our 14th year we're starting tonight, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's it. Wow, son of a gun. I think I'll quit. That's it, thanks.
Mark?
We're welcome to have Mr. Biggins and Mr. Phelps back again. I will say we had a little chuckle Saturday night as Mr. Mullen, who we're very happy, the former school committee member, was elected to the Board of Selectmen, and he had to make sure that he told Mr. Biggins that he beat him by 3 votes. So good luck, congratulations to Michael. I think he'll do a fantastic job on the Board of Selectmen. I want to reemphasize what Mr. Retzler said about Mr. Corvey. We went through a very difficult time. I think Tom and I were the only ones here when there was a lot of backlash from Mr. Corvey from the town side about who was going to plow and should the school be paying to be plowed when we were going through a tough budget time. And he stood his ground and said that, the schools are part of this town and we're going to take care of them. So 21 years of great service. We thank him for that. But now we need to move on to Mr. Taylor, who I know is committed to the town. He's already been committed to kids with youth football, and he's our varsity and JV lacrosse coach. And I know it's going to be a little bit of time getting his feet wet, getting it going, but I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job. But again, thank you to Mr. Corvey. I don't know what his plans are for the future, but I'm sure he will do well in whatever he decides to do. Sports-wise, I usually try to rattle off sports schedules, but guess what? Mother Nature has not helped. So I only went off the top of my head only because I have one that plays. Girls lacrosse lost today. The girls are really, really trying hard, but this is their first year as a varsity program, so it's really kind of difficult. And it's going to be, as I tell them, you just got to keep positive and keep working at it, and it'll get better. But the boys' baseball team is finally going to get started on Wednesday. A game they're supposed to play tomorrow against Carver is now moved to Wednesday. So check out the website, and there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's always fun to watch. That's it.
Mr. Phelps?
Full of thank yous. Number one, thank you to the voters for returning me here. It's something that I enjoy and I appreciate their confidence. I also want to publicly thank my tenure as chairman, the 2 main people, John Rutchless and Colleen Forlizzi, for all the support and guidance that they provided me with. The time they took with some questions that maybe weren't the smartest, but they were always there to help me, as well as the administrators in the different schools. It's a pleasure serving on this board, and particularly when we have people like that. And with that, it's already been mentioned, but tomorrow night we have the Spellman Oratorical and the art show coming along, and those are 2 I consider them very, very great events. I hope we can get a nice crowd for both of them. So with that, I think, again, I thank everyone.
And I'll just reiterate on some of what everyone's already pointed out, so I'll be brief. I also want to thank Mr. Corvey. Mr. Corvey has been a great friend to the schools and been a great friend to the town of Rockland for over 20 years. I know we're all very grateful for what he's done for us, and we all wish him a lot of luck in the future. But also like to congratulate Mr. Taylor on his win. And we look forward to working with him on the school department in years down the road. And congratulations, Mr. Taylor. Also, thank you to the Rockland voters for coming out en masse. From what I understand, this was as high of a turnout as we've had in some recent years, which is pretty impressive considering there was a limited number of contested elections. And thank you for your support of me and Mr. Phelps. I really enjoy serving on this committee. I really enjoy being able to advocate for our schools. Thank you to these 4 individuals here for trusting me enough to be your chairman. I do know that I am only one of 5, and I feel very confident that the 5 that we have here is a very, very good team. We're very blessed to have 5 people that care very much about our town and our schools and are able to respect each other and work together. I know a lot of boards can't do that quite as well as we have been able to do. So thank you for that. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Get rid of that.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Give it a what?